7 our score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Here's Jordan Stout now. This is brought in at the 21. A good return there, 17 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, the name of the game last time, efficiency. Their very first snap, they connected for a quick touchdown.
They get more value than just the points from that series as well. Only needing one play, it keeps the entire offense rested up.
A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
Mahomes going to throw. And that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Here's Mahomes to throw. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Ravens are once again back in front. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield in the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes this a 14-8 ball game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going. As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. They'll try the right side with Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Now it's Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, first and goal.
You have to ask the question, where was the help? Because it's a little surprising to me that he found that much room to run this close to the end zone. He doesn't quite get there, but he sets his guys up with a first and goal.
Henry, the lone man in the backfield. Jackson now off the bootleg. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. Now Jackson. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Well, now they'll try the end around. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. He couldn't quite find the goal line, but a good run of 8 yards is going to make it an interesting fourth and goal now. And I don't think he got in. He didn't. He's stoned at the 1-yard line. He tried to keep it himself, but can't stretch his way in. And the ball's going to be going back to the Chiefs. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead into the locker room.
Partner, you got a pretty good hoops background. You've seen those late-in-the-half plays designed to get them a last shot, give them momentum. I think this touchdown equates to that.
Absolutely, and then they can take the lead here into the lockers. Big-time play.
Yeah, and let's see what they designed coming out for the second half as well. Oftentimes when you get that momentum late, you find a way to carry it through. Maybe
time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And this is going to be pulled in by the tight end Andrews. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Mahomes now to throw. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Xavier Worthy. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. Mahomes will throw for it. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So they try to make it a 2-score game with a conversion. It pays off.
And they've looked at the situation, figured it out well. A 2-score game in this situation, they've got to feel much better about where they are.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
This is 2nd and 8. They'll run it again with Henry. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Good, clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Look at the big man rumble. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 60 yards. And the Ravens' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Tucker now to add the point after. And the lead is down to 2. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. Call it a gain of a yard, and 3rd and 8 now.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Throwing now is Mahomes. That is caught. He's got a first and maybe more. Down the sideline he goes. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try.
Yellow. Hey, Ripland. Hey, 57 colors. 15. Right side.
They'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. The 3rd time wasn't a charm. They got the first 2 2-point tries. Still have the lead, but couldn't get the 3rd.
Okay, so they didn't get this one, but I have to ask you, what matchup are they seeing that they feel that confident to go for 2 so often?
Yeah, we talk about this a lot, but it has to be something, you're right, that they saw all week, correct?
Definitely game plan for, felt good about being aggressive and going for it, and right up until that one, they've gotten 2 for 2.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Oh, a design run for their wideout. A nice little juke. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. That one out wide and intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. So no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Now here's Mahomes. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Andrews. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter. And don't look now. They're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just one score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Georgia man, Roquan Smith, came in and got him. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They're looking at a fourth down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. This is 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Now Jackson. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now they try with Pacheco. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Back to throw, Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteeing he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Mahomes to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And that will write a finish to this ball game. This one came right down to the wire, and CD, they had that one final chance to try to navigate their way into the end zone, but couldn't get it done to avoid the loss.
Yeah, and how about the defense there? Because while they had one final look at the end zone, the defense made sure they knew what they were doing on the last play, executed it flawlessly, and no flags. Because remember, if there's a defensive penalty, there's one play left in the game that the offense gets. They didn't allow that to happen.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out